people in the United States of America have a problem with the mass surveillance system. Okay, I'm gonna play a clip for you from a YouTuber, Ron Off Air. He's a former federal defense attorney. You're gonna hear some disturbing things about the flock camera system and why a lot of cities in the United States of America are taking these cameras down. And there's and who is funding the flock camera system? And that terrorist, Langley, who goes around calling Americans terrorists, and Antifa, who oppose his flock camera system. So the guy, some dude who's a fruit pop from Georgia, a nerd that people used to make fun of in the 80s and 90s, so they came up after the Bitcoin popped. That's a whole different thing. Has a big funding from Peter Thiel, the Palantir CEO, who's openly homosexual, similar to OpenAI homosexual guy. There's nothing wrong with being a homosexual. I mean, you are who you are. But Republicans love this kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? So Texas and Florida love flock camera system. That is our Texas and Florida has the largest amount of flock camera systems. The two tyrant states now, funded by, let's just keep that a secret. Anyways, here, the reason Americans have the problem, because this type of technology, this is United States of America. We have the Constitution, we have the Bill of Rights. The problem is people have not read the Constitution or the Bill of Rights, okay? So now this technology is being applied in China, Russia, overseas, in overseas countries where they have no Constitution, where have most of these countries you go overseas, these are tyrant places. These are tyrants run Middle East. Saudi Arabia is run by fake sheiks, tyrants. Okay, these are tyrants who run the Middle East. Tyrants run Russia. Tyrants run China. Okay, but United States of America is not a tyranny. But that is where we headed to. This is what they want, tyranny. And after you find out how these people that stick steroids in TRT, who are using flock camera system in the name of catching quote-unquote bad guys, someone with the steroid and TRT in their butt is going to catch bad guys using flock camera system, okay? But flock is the ultimate invasion of privacy and ultimate violation of the Constitution. So what these people have done, they have created a system through third-party brokers to put all these cameras everywhere in the United States of America and track your movements on the phone. See, these games that you are loading on your phone, you keep getting advertising on your phone about video games and all these adult websites. It's a dark system that I cannot to mention over here, created by the U.S. government. It's called honeypotting, okay? They have created these games to track you. They have created these online fake websites and platforms and apps to distract your mind, okay? Pay attention to what's going on. These are sick people, okay? Now who is behind the porn industry? Go research yourself. Go research yourself, ladies and gentlemen. There's a system so dark. And let me tell you something, okay? Pay attention. Wake up, okay? These are tyrants. These are tyrants who want to impose their will on you because you do not know what civil rights, what your rights are, okay?
A subject that has been flooding your social media feeds, and it's flooding your local municipalities. Today on this episode of Off Air, I'm going to talk about the flock surveillance camera, those little tiny black boxes that you may see going up in your neighborhood. I'll share with you the capability of the flock camera system, how it detects people and vehicles, and why you should be relatively alarmed about these going up in your neighborhood. If you're a concerned citizen, somebody worried a bit about mass surveillance in your neighborhoods, you may want to watch this episode of Off Air. And if you like the content, make sure you click like and subscribe. I'm federal criminal defense attorney Ron Chapman. Today we're going to talk about the Flock surveillance system, why the Supreme Court is allowing it, why many municipalities are approving it, and why many protests have sparked across the nation related to this surveillance. Once we dive deep into the technology, I'm sure you're going to find that this is not what meets the eye, and there's much more to look at when it comes to the Flock surveillance system. For those of you who read a lot, Machiavelli laid out in The Prince that a ruler must sometimes appear as a lion and sometimes as a fox. But as we'll see today, the cleverest predators don't roar or sneak. They wear the uniform of the protector. They arrive promising order, safety, and the common good while quietly building the machinery to watch, catalog, and control every subject who steps in the open. That's the oldest trick in the Book of Power. First, I'd like to tell you a bit about Flock Safety and why you should be concerned. Flock Safety is an Atlanta outfit founded in 2017. It's exploded into a national surveillance empire, boasting over 90,000 solar-powered, cellular-connected cameras hooked into networks serving more than 5,000 law enforcement agencies across 49 states. The company claims they perform over 20 billion scans of vehicles every single month. The flagship hardware, the Falcon LR, SR, and Flex models use infrared night vision and machine learning algorithms to capture not just your license plate, including all 50 states plus Canada and Mexico, but a full vehicle fingerprint, the make, model, color, body, type, decals, bumper stickers, roof racks, ladder racks, dents, even the absence of a plate altogether. No plate, no problem, according to Flock Freeform. This is a natural language AI processor that allows you to search for certain types of vehicles if you're law enforcement. The system spits back hits across an entire national database. Now, this platform, Flock OS, runs on Amazon Web Server's cloud with a default 30-day retention, meaning that it keeps the files for 30 days before getting rid of it. It has real-time hot list alerts if you have a be on the lookout out, tied to NCIC, the government database that tracks people's movements. The company itself admits that one nationwide query can ping more than 83,000 cameras at once. Video feeds and live clips are rolling out as we speak. It doesn't just detect license plates, it detects people. These black mechanical ravens are starting to dot your landscape. This database that has been developed indefinitely includes you and your personal movements. Now imagine this, you roll out of your driveway at 7:12 in the morning, same as always, headed to work, to the store, to drop the kids off at school. The Flock is perched overhead, it tracks your movements, it reads your plate, it snaps the make, model, color, the stickers, even the dent from the last winter. It builds your complete vehicle fingerprint and logs the exact time stamp and GPS coordinate. 30 days of your life at every intersection, every errand, every predictable pattern, stored, searchable, shareable. No warrant, no probable cause, no knock at your door. You're not a suspect. You're just driving. You're just going about your normal day. But Flock doesn't care. It circles anyway. It takes pictures of you. It records you. It tracks your movements because it can. Because Flock has been allowed to do so, because someone sold your municipality on the idea of safety through the Flock camera system. This is Flock Safety's pitch. They went to local municipalities, local law enforcement. They said, we can track suspects. We can do the things that your cops on the road can't do. We can be your eyes in the sky. We can protect your citizens. We can store that data, and you can use that as cold, hard evidence in court. According to Flock, officers get mobile app alerts, real-time NCIC hits, and custom hot lists.
So now you just got a confirmation that this system was created and funded so the cops bypass violating your constitutional rights. Okay? This system of surveillance and data brokers is created and funded by big tech in the United States government. And then the local authorities can buy this information and not be in violation of your constitutional rights.
System And FLoC brags about solving crimes. And sure, it may solve crimes, but it does at the expense of surveilling everyday Americans going about their business, being branded, logged, filed. And as this database grows...
So what they're doing is they're imposing, not only imposing their will on you, targeting you, okay? And the crazy part about it is most Americans don't even know this is going on. Many Americans, I say half of the population, do not know what's going on. They do not know what Palantir is. They do not know anything about this surveillance system. Okay? And this big tech has bought all your politicians. The politicians from your local government, from your city municipality, all the way to Congress and Senate, they're all bought out by big tech. They're getting stock tips. Okay? S&P 500 going from 630 to 710 in 2 weeks. There are billions of dollars were made. There were a lot of inside tips, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? These people made a lot of money. They get inside tips in the stocks. Okay? They get tipped off. Insider trading. So you a friend. If I'm a friend, so say Palantir stock, okay, went from $20 to $140 since the Gaza situation. Okay? There are thousands of people inside the government that got tips. This is what's going to happen. Allow this. Back down. Just don't pass no AI regulation. What America needs is AI regulation. And America will have AI regulation. And these tyrants will not be able to impose their wills on you. Go get a copy of the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. People in America fought for freedom. Okay? People in America fought so these tyrants would not impose their will on you. The founding fathers of this nation were mastermind. Go read the Constitution and protect yourself from these tyrants.